Hello.
Hello. Alrighty. So I have Mr. Roosh of Dozer Entertainment with us tonight. How are you doing?
I'm hanging out. I'm good though. I'm all right.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I'm here. I'm awake, alive, and enthusiastic.
Every day above ground's a good day. That's what I say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm like, oh, my eyes are open. So there's that. Like, I'm trying to see what's on your shirt. I'm like, it's dark hour, right?
Yeah. I was just down in Texas at Texas Hunters Convention doing some video work for them.
Was that hot as fuck?
Surprisingly, no. Like
No?
last year was there was one day where like the sun felt like it's dry heat, so it's not like, up here in the Northeast where it's humid as hell, but still feel like, feels when it's 105 out or so, the sun's like right here next to you and it's still hot, but it wasn't bad. There was like one day it was a little hot. It was bearable though. It was like in the 90s, maybe 101 the one day. And then it rained the next day, so it wasn't terrible. Plus, we were on the north side of Texas, so it's not like, it's bearable.
That helps, because I think I saw they were like 115 today. So
yeah, you start pushing into those teens in the hundreds, and granted, it's not humid, but
it feels like you open up, like when you open up the oven, it blasts you in the face, but it feels like all over your body.
Yeah, and you just don't sweat, which is nice. I mean, you might get a couple of drops, but it's not like you're walking around like swamp ass,
like Florida hot.
Yeah, that gross East Coast thing. I hate it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, feels like you just took a shower or something. You're like, but it's a gross shower. Shower in your own sweat.
yeah, pretty much.
Hello, Kyler. How's it going? In Montavious, how's it going?
Can I see the chat on my... I can see the chat. What's up, everybody?
Good deal. If you have any questions for Dozer Entertainment as we go, just feel free to put those in the comments. So you do photography and video, right? Both?
Yeah, both of them.
Very cool. Just for haunts or for all sorts of things?
So primarily it's been haunts. I have people every once in a while that... not very often, but I'm also not chasing it, doing other things. It's like primarily what I'm doing, but I'm going to start venturing a little out into just having some other side gigs with, normal family stuff, or maybe, it's good extra money. But this is primarily where I'm trying to build something that focuses on what I like doing and then just build around it. So once I get a good foundation, not like I don't have one now, but I'm still getting the business to that point where I could be okay. Hey, I got enough I can make enough between all of this stuff through the whole year that I do. What else can I add in between?
Right.
But it's like reversing, getting out of the 9-to-5 position and just building how you want to live your life, basically.
Pretty much. And that's the hardest part, is quitting that 9-to-5 and being like, yep, we're doing it.
People don't realize like the struggles of just like the mentality state of it, not knowing the future really, but consistency. It will happen one day. You just don't know when, and you got to stick with it.
Well, and some months are better than others. I'm a photographer too, so I 100% understand. But it's like 1 month you can make, $8,000 and you're like, this is awesome. And then the next month you're like $500 and you're like,
That's why I'm trying to get the whole, set in with a few businesses and certain things to know that, hey, we can have a future together, and I'll take care of you, you take care of me, and then just start building off of that. And then the other stuff is just extras, a little extra cash here and there. I also don't like overloading myself. So like I always wanted to make all this money and do this and that. And then you realize I'm like, for what? Like, I'm not selling my soul to anybody or anything anymore. I want to enjoy things, and I don't want to beat myself up. It's one thing to bust your ass, but then you overwork yourself. So it's like I'm constantly struggling, just finding the middle balance in life. Like I don't do too much. I don't do very little. I want to coast so I can actually live to a decent age and not run myself into the ground.
Which is definitely like our generation's thing. We're like, work until you die at 40.
Yeah.
I have some pictures we can talk while that's going on, but here's just some examples of some of their artwork.
Yeah, that was we were down in Alabama for My Bloody Valentine at Arx Mortis for those first two. This was St. Louis. It was Chainsaw Sammy. She travels with me everywhere.
Nice.
We've been hitting a lot of stuff up, haunts and stuff like that, tag team and stuff. She makes some crazy costumes. Evan, Trans World again.
So good.
Slider Jesus, oh my god, it's Slider Jesus.
I know. That's for all the ladies.
You mean just the ladies? I fangirl over him. I love that dude.
Me and Slider Jesus are we're really good friends. We're best buddies.
He's cool as shit though. Like
he was supposed to come on my show last week, and then he had stuff to do, and then I had stuff to do, so he'll be on the show next week, I'm hoping. But
okay,
yeah. But yeah, My Bloody Valentine is one of my favorite like February events, but it can be so cold.
Yo, whoever thinks it doesn't get cold in Alabama, you're so wrong, because
so
it
cold.
was like I think not this year. This year was like we had a cold night, but it wasn't bad. It was like in the 30s. Last year, I believe it was in the teens. Like it was like 12 degrees, and they all were complaining and bitching, and I'm down there like I'm used to
die a little on the inside, you know.
Yeah.
I did Arx Mortis Bloody Valentine, I think 2018 or 2019, and it like sleeted.
I remember that year. That was my first year, maybe, or maybe you were there right before me.
I was gonna say I don't think we've ever met in person.
We had the one actually it was like 3 years ago. That was when they got an ice storm. It wasn't just sleet, but I got stuck down there a whole nother week. We couldn't get out. Yeah, back roads are it's the one good thing about being from the north. Like we're used to that shit. So like,
right.
A couple inches of snow, some ice, whatever. We got a shit ton of salt. They have nothing. Like they have iodized salt from the store to put on their road.
Right.
Like,
Nebraska gets a lot of snow too. So
y'all are used to it too. Then you're prepared. You got trucks and stuff like that. Nope.
I had to go that year because I didn't think it was going to be cold. I brought all of my, I don't even know what to call it, summer Mischief stuff or like regular year stuff, which is not a whole lot. It's like skirts and tank tops. And so we got down there, and the first day it was fine. And then that second night, like sleeted. So we had to go to Walmart so I could get like long john underwear to put under all of my stuff. I was like, this is not aesthetically pleasing, but it's fine.
It sucks because the daytimes are like bearable. It could be nice, like 50, 60, and then it just drops, and you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
We left February. This happened 2 years in a row. I bring the cold from the north with me because by the time we got out, like I think Monday came around when I flew out, and it was like 75.
You're like, what?
I just bring the cold with me, I guess. Like that's cool.
You're like, cool.
Yeah, they all hate me. They're like, just stop coming. We love you, but like you just stay up in the north. We're good with your shit. Like we don't need it.
We're like, we'll come see you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your cold shit up there.
Yeah. We'll keep our warmth.
Yes.
Joyster
pocket for 6 months.
Who's that? Biggs. I see Biggs in the comments.
Biggs, Joyster.
Joyster just see me. He saw me at Texas Haunters. Oh, I know that big ass purple guy. What's up, buddy? Well, two purple guys in the
two purple guys. Who's the ball master? Hi, Stitches. How's it going?
Stitches, I hate you. I mean,
I know I was gonna make a bald joke, and then I was like, "We're not friends like that yet," so I'll wait. My husband.
I hear it enough. Like it's just one of those things. Okay, we went to MH. When I was at Midwest Haunt Convention a month ago, we went on the haunt tour beforehand, and I think I heard bald comments about 5 times from the one haunt, and I was just like, I'm so over it. Can I just leave?
You just like leave. You're like, I'm going out the chicken exit.
At this point, I'm like, come up with something original anymore. Like I hear this shit so much. To me, it's like I don't care. You learn to embrace it.
Pretty much, yeah.
I pull it off, Stitches. I think I pull it off pretty well. All right, I've seen some bald people out there that I'm like, bro, you need a toupee. Like your head can't.
They've got lumpy. They've got
yeah.
lumpy.
Yeah, nah, like it just doesn't look right, man. No.
You're like, ooh, put a hat on it.
Yeah, something.
Hi Daniel, how's it going? Yeah, my husband's bald too. So anytime anyone's like we order DoorDash, and in the little comments I put, look for the giant bald guy.
Yeah, hey, you're funny.
Can't miss him. Hi Anil, how's it going? There you go. Biggs liked working with you at MBV.
Biggs, it was good meeting you, dude. It's always fun. Always fun times. Hopefully, I'm gonna be getting back around to more Dozer content. I've been taking a little bit of a hiatus. Just sometimes the characters consume you so much, and you forget about real life, because we do use it as an escape. Oh yeah, as our fun time. But then sometimes it's like anything in life, it just becomes too consuming or too much, and once again back to finding the middle ground balance. And
especially when you make it a job too at the same time.
Yeah. Really... You gotta limit it, because then you get burnt out of it. And then what happens when you get burnt out? You never come back to it. So I'm like, you know what? Just take a break.
Yep.
We're not in a contest with anybody. You're not in a rush. That's my other half. I've been more or less like getting focused on health and physical health and strength to keep on doing that stuff, because this shit takes a toll on our bodies.
For real. And they don't tell you that when you start haunting it like 13, 14. You're like, this is a great time. This is so fun. I'm like 29 years old and my bones crack and I can't stand up without going, ugh.
I swear, you hit about that 10-year mark is when, like, if you start young enough, if you're older, it depends, but like you start when you're younger and you hit about 10 years and you're like, I start feeling this shit and I can't do this like I used to.
Yep. This is like year 14 or 15 for me, something like that. But
I'm right just ahead of you. I think I'm on.
I was only a slider for like 2 years, and I was like, nope.
Oh no! Yeah, I did too many sports for that. No,
my knees are like.
I'll go down and not get up. Just be like, give me a minute. I'll be up in a second, guys.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. Slowly crawling to them, like.
Right, you just start like, just make it creepy from the ground. It's fine.
Stitches, see, coming in here. That's Do It All Doze Rent. He's not wrong.
I
do it all. Anything you need, hit me up. I'll give you advice. I'll give you. Just shows, man. I always tell people, dude, fucking just learn shit. Try a little bit in life, because shit ain't hard. Like, people are stupid. I see so many people out there that, like, I don't know how they get positions they're in.
Yeah, 100%.
Kiss asses mainly.
Everyone likes their ass kissed,
Mm-hmm.
Or licked, whatever you're into. Shit, I don't judge.
I don't judge either. Done some wild shit in my life.
Right. Yeah, bones are not supposed to bend that way. They are, but
what up,
Slider
Demonic?
Jesus makes it look like nothing.
Yeah.
Hi, Demonic. How's it going?
Yeah. I know he hurts some days.
I know. He calls me all the time and he's like, I can't.
He was down there at MBV this year too. We got to catch up a little bit. I haven't seen him in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Stitches. Stop, bro. Why do you got to be in the comments? Like,
you're going to make him cry. Stop.
I'm turning red.
Just the top.
It's stressful sometimes, dude. Like, as much as I try, it's like a lot of it's just money waiting on things to build, and I'm trying to do it the right way, not put myself in debt.
For real though, photography is not cheap.
And I only have so much time to learn new things. God, if I had all the time in the world, or like resources and money, I could make a lot of money. Like,
for real,
it's all the initial costs of things and shit, and then real life on top of it nowadays. And
since Stitches is in here, I'll add his picture so we can.
Don't add his ugly mug into here. You're gonna chase everybody out of the stream.
Probably
that face.
Jump scare in progress. Ready? 1, 2.
I took that at West Virginia, and he almost broke my camera with that, dude. I'm lucky it worked afterwards.
It's his one eye that he can't see.
That was actually cool. So it's a funny story behind that. I call it the face collection that I did.
Yeah, I like those a lot, actually.
I do a lot of flash photography, and that's mainly just because of how crisp I can get it. And I make the light myself. Well, the flashes weren't syncing up. Thought it was my quick. Go figure. When I came home, everything worked right. But
Right.
it was. I always said it was like God telling me, like, bro, just use your camera and take a damn picture. Like, you don't need flash. Just use your skills and take a fucking picture. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use some natural lighting and just do something different. And they still come out really good. It's just your brain tricks you sometimes. It's like, I need this. How did you start all this? I started all this with nothing. You know, with a GoPro, with a basic ass computer. So, like, it's not like I can't go that, but then you just get accustomed to having the fancy stuff sometimes. But back to the basics.
There we go. Yeah, absolutely. However, it's got to work. Like I said, photography is not cheap. He started flashing himself.
His camera. I hate you. Actually, you're speaking of not cheap, right? We when I went down to Texas, I actually just bought this puppy. I had my normal camera for photo, and video's okay, but it only did like 4K 30 frames a second. So I was like, I'd shoot in the summertime, so if I do long records on my other one, it can overheat. So I went and bought strict video purposed camera from Sony.
Oh, there you go.
It's got cooling fans built in the back of it. Like, it's meant for video specifically. And yeah, I was nerdy and got a little camera skin for it, but one of my big investments for the year, and I have not regretted it. This thing is wicked.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll be the video hopefully should be going up soon for the Texas Hunters Convention. I think they're reviewing it right now. I got that done.
I did take pictures of you, Demonic. It took me a minute. I was like, have I? Yes, I have.
Oh, did you? Where'd you shoot them at?
At My Bloody Valentine in 2018, 2019.
What do you shoot? You shoot a lot of like family stuff or like
families, weddings, boudoir, pretty much everything. The creative stuff is my favorite, but I don't get to do it as much. So
yeah, that's the planned shoots I love. So I want to keep it limited on the public side, but you know, like if friends and people I know hit me up, it's one thing, but I haven't pushed that side just because I got a lot of other stuff right now.
Stitches, be quiet.
Okay. Mischief, we can't be friends anymore.
He's like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. Good night, guys.
Stitches, why did you help me like
bro? Stitches. No. Canon and Sony, they have a rivalry, but at least they can coexist together. I will say that.
Now, if you're a Nikon user,
potato, you're done. You're done.
Tomato, you gotta go.
That's a whole nother realm there.
Yeah, I use Canon, but my photographer that does photos of me uses Sony also. So I will probably transfer over to Sony at some point.
You know, they all get you the same result if you learn to use the shit correctly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, it's all personal user preference. It's really all it is.
Oh my god.
I want to say something right now, but I don't want to be that rude, but I might be.
It's okay. I'll cover my ears.
No, you're good. No, this is directed at Stitches right now.
Oh, okay. I was like,
he's calling me a peasant coming from the guy that doesn't even have a Canon camera and shoots shit on his phone right now. Peasant.
It looks all right, though. He must have an iPhone.
No, he does shoot some really wicked shit.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, bro, like some of the stuff people get on cell phones is better than people with professional cameras.
Yeah, sometimes. It depends.
Depends on what you're shooting.
You have to have an eye for photography or videography for it to.
Low light's the only thing. Once you start getting into lower light situation, daytime you can get a lot. If you got lighting, cell phones are great for a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to be rude, Stitches, but I said it. He said, my shit slaps. I have a $1,400 camera.
Right.
$1,400 cell phone.
Called
iPhone. Yeah, it's a cell phone, sir.
That's okay. His stuff is good though. Like I said, you have to have an eye for it because everyone can take I say this a lot in my like hometown community because there's a lot of beef with photographers, right? I'm like, first of all, you can line 10 of us up, right? And we can all walk up to the same subject and take a photo, and they're all going to look different. Not one of them is going to look the same.
And not even just that you could take the picture, they could all be the same. How's everybody going to edit them?
Exactly.
There's a million ways.
Will not look the same.
The crops, everything. You know,
Yep.
that's the beauty of photography, though.
Exactly. That's the thing. I don't know why people are like, oh, I'm, fuck you because you're a photographer and I'm a photographer. I'm like, you won't get the same shot. I promise. Mm-hmm. Everybody's eye is different.
No. Stitch, I hate you anyway. It's all love.
It's a hate-love thing,
Yeah. Hate love. Exactly. A hate first.
Yeah. You're like siblings,
Yeah, it depends on the day, I hate him this morning. Tonight I might like him. Tomorrow I want to beat his ass. I don't know.
However it's gotta work.
Yeah, however it works.
Right.
I never had siblings growing up. So I wouldn't know really.
Oh my God. Lucky.
I have cousins that were like my older brothers, but never directly anybody in the house. So yeah, I definitely don't get some of it for sure.
I'm the oldest of 5 girls.
Oh boy, that must have been a ruckus in the house.
It's a lot of estrogen, man.
I don't know if I can do
Way
that.
Too much.
Ooh.
My poor dad. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, God bless him. Get in line on the ass beating thing. Threaten me with a good time, sir. Yeah, we got some fun shoots coming up this summer. In about 3 weeks, I'll be going out to Connecticut to Legends of Fear to shoot. I shot them last year. And then Reaper's Revenge up here around my way in September.
Nice.
And then what's season look like? Woods of Terror, I'll be going back doing stuff with Eddie.
What days?
You going down there?
Yeah.
I will be there. Well, me and Sammy will both be there the second weekend of October.
Fuck. I'll be there the first weekend.
Tyler will be there that weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stitches is going to be there with me that weekend.
I know. I told Stitches we've been trying to like run into each other at an event, and it always like I barely miss him every time.
It's going to happen. 3rd year's the charm, maybe next year.
We'll see. I know. I need to just ask everybody, like, hey, what weekend are you going? So I can meet up with everybody.
That's what I do. But even then, I still can't get lined up with everybody because then it depends on when he wants me there to shoot stuff. So
right. Exactly. Yeah. I'll be there the first weekend.
Maybe next year.
Maybe.
I'm not going anywhere. As far as I know, I think we're going to, I got a set thing with him that I'll just be every year now.
Hell yeah. I'm excited, Demonic.
So I will see, Demonic, you'll see both of us then. All of us.
Stitches, Mischief, and Reaper in one picture. I would pay good money for that. Do you hear that, Stitches?
How much? That's the question. Because if you want to make it happen, I mean, you better start coughing up some money,
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie is a smart man. He lets me pick my own weekend, though, so that's my own fault. Because I was like, the first weekend.
Yeah, you have a little more flexibility. So the next time, okay, you need to get up with me and him then, because I know me and Stitches usually get on the same page. Well, we come out kind of the busier or like certain weekends. He likes people out there too. He tries to have a lot of big people out, depending. But
well, he told me, he's like, "What weekend do you want?" I said, "I would prefer the first weekend." He's like, "That works for me," because he's like, "You'll bring in people, so."
It's good I think it's good that everybody's kind of split up too, because then you don't want everybody on one single weekend. Right. And what do you got for the rest of the month?
Right. You're like, this is the weekend. That's it. That's all you get.
Weekend. Guest appearances, 100 guest appearances in one weekend.
Oh my God.
That'd be stupid. It would be so
fun though.
That's like an MBV all over again type deal.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Bloody Valentine was so busy. And we didn't have as many as like last year.
Oh geez, this year was just too much. I don't know if I'm going back next year. They changed a lot. It was a fun time. It just different. It's evolving. Not that it's a bad thing, because evolution is good, but I don't know. I might try and see what else is around, and maybe go try and spark some stuff up at a new event for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more doing Valentine stuff now than like 5 years ago.
And I think there's even one local to me. So that's the other thing. It's getting harder to travel out of pocket, and flying down there, it's about $700 out of pocket. And like, I'm just at the point where it's like, it's really hard for me right now to fork that out.
For sure. Yeah. That's my thing with most, like, I get paid to go to conventions. So it's like CreepyCon. Everybody wants me to go to CreepyCon, but I'm like, I'm not getting paid to go. So if some of y'all, if they want me to do a panel or something, I'll go. I was like, but like, I got a lot of things that I do. So I'm like, yeah, I got to get paid something. As long as it's not out of my pocket, I don't care.
If I'm like, if there's something there for me to network and possible like business or future things, it's one thing to invest that. But like, you just got to be picky. Like, as you keep involving with it, like, I can't just throw that money out to go to a haunt somewhere for what? And I like purpose. Like, I like purpose. I like, just don't like going and doing things. Like Transworld, sure, I'm forking out money because I meet people and do stuff with other people.
Well, that's different, because that's a trade show, not a So you're going to meet people that are going to probably book you for your, for the season.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll figure out what's that next year. We'll have to talk about that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I can send you a link after this, Stitches, if you want, and we can chat for a minute.
So then where else am I going? Woods is the second weekend. I think I'm trying to. Tomorrow I have a meeting with a haunt in Chicago, and then actually two Chicago haunts. That Midnight Terror, I just got to figure it out with him. I was there last year, but Evil Intentions, hopefully I'll be getting out there this year, because I believe they don't have much longer in their establishment. So
gotcha.
They have a really cool place though. Elgin, Illinois, Evil Intentions. It's like a real casket factory.
Ooh.
Yeah, talk about like a real ambiance of some old stuff and history. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool. I like spooky shit like that, though.
Yeah. It's interesting, hearing the backstories of places like out here. I got Pennhurst. Pennhurst is a really big one. We got an East Coast Haunters convention too next year. So Midwest Haunt Convention, Transworld added an East Coast show. So luckily I'll have something in my backyard now too. I ain't got to travel far.
Where are you out of?
Right near Philadelphia.
Oh, you're like up.
Yeah, I'm far from you. I'm very far from you. That's a long flight.
I know. Somebody was like, you should come to Connecticut. I'm like, I think the last time I've been up that area was we got hired to go to Rock and Shock. That was like 2018. Massachusetts, Worcester, Massachusetts. So they don't have it anymore. They closed down like 2 years after that. But yeah, that's about as close up that direction. I was like,
yes, that's just, you did say something about that to me. That would be cool if they added that show up here. I mean, I know people at Pennhurst myself. I don't know the people that have the property, but I know the people who run the haunt side of it. Actually, one of the main owners, the main guy, he started with me at Bates years ago. He's a cool dude.
Hell yeah.
Demonic, you guys are vending at East Coast Haunters? That's dope.
You have to tell us how it goes.
I was thinking of getting a booth, but I'm at the point now, I'm like, I can only fit so many weekends without overworking myself in for the year. So like, I don't think I'm going to, if I do a booth for anything, I am getting a 3D printer this year, and I do have some ideas.
There you go.
Not just 3D printing normal shit. I might 3D print like some normal files and Halloween stuff, but so many people you can click and drag now to do stuff. But I actually have a 3D self CAD program that I've been trying to design my own stuff to set myself out a little further from all that 3D printing stuff.
Right.
Like within props and doing some different stuff, really. Props and audio, kind of, with 3D printing.
That'd be cool.
I got some ideas.
Yeah. They turned Waverly Hills Sanitarium into a haunted attraction. That would be fun.
Yeah, they got a really cool place down there. There's a couple of cool ones in Kentucky. Is that in Kentucky, I think?
I think so. I mean, it's got to be near Biggs, and Biggs is like Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, that's close. Or it's in Tennessee. I don't know. Borderline, maybe. Where is that, Biggs?
I have no idea. But we're going to take a quick commercial break to one of our sponsors. I was like, let me make sure I have that commercial. I do. Over at Villain Arts Tattoo Expo. So that was a word from Villain Arts Tattoo Conventions. They go all over the place. I think there's not really a state that they don't reach anymore. They just added Alaska this year. I was supposed to be in Denver this weekend, but my car said, no, you're not. So I did not go. But the next one I'm booked for, I think, is Orlando.
Do they have one in Pennsylvania?
They do, yes.
I'm about to look.
They do. It's one of their biggest ones, actually.
I've never even. You said it's in Pittsburgh?
I think it's Pittsburgh. Yep.
That's probably why. No. Wait a second. They have one in Philadelphia?
Mm-hmm. It's their biggest one.
January. Okay, it's in the winter time.
Yep. But yeah, I tour with them all year long. I usually do one show a month with them. I'll have like a vendor space, do a little bit of sideshow, all that fun stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like the event I was at Stitches with down in West Virginia the other weekend.
Mm-hmm. I think they have Kansas City for sure, but I don't know about Wichita. Apparently, I know Nuggies. Oh, someone's stealing your dinosaur. Rude.
Yeah, demonic. I wanted to say about the East Coast Haunters. I think it's going to be a good turnout. I mean, there's this where I'm at up here is like Halloween, like Haunt Central. There's so many big attractions sponsoring this that there's no way that it's going to fail. They got a nice place that's not in a major city. It's about a half hour outside of from the airport and outside of the city.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's out in the suburbs. Really nice convention center. They've got a bunch of restaurants and stuff like around there. It's not overpriced. And there's Arnold's go-karts there. So they have a place like with mini golf and go-kart racing, arcade and stuff like that. Plus there's a movie theater right next door. Like it's a nice spot. I think it's going to get really good traffic. I hope. There's a lot of stuff that goes on out there. They have a lot of gun expos and stuff like that where the location is. So
my cat's trying to break into my room.
How
is that?
I got my dog passed out on the floor here.
Her arm's like under the door. She's like
giving you the little paw.
He's like, hey,
Mom, let me in. Mom.
The freaks, the geeks, the weirdos, Stitches. That's for sure. I love Sideshow. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot it is in Classy's backyard. Well, she lives with you now, but yeah, technically from where she grew up.
Right. Yeah. I was like, their backyard?
Yeah.
No, technically.
Her old backyard at this point. Well, if her parents still live up here, I mean, that's
right.
Technically, I guess, still your backyard, technically.
Right. Exactly. Hi, John.
It's crazy to be on here though. So like speaking of our past, we met.
Right.
I remember fucking 5-6 years ago when you were starting live feeds with your was that your cousin or your
Oh, yeah, just a girl from our haunt.
okay.
Yep.
With her, and then
Yep.
kind of dipping, both of us just running and doing.
And then I made a really bad decision.
That shit happens, don't we all? I mean, I went through my own phase with addiction and other shit. We all get caught up in some kind of mess, and
Right.
look, it brings you out to be stronger. You're in movies doing stuff. I'm,
Yep.
doing film stuff myself in my own way, and
you can tell who wants, to do better for themselves instead of like most people would cry and be like, oh, poor me, whatever. It's like, nope.
Or most people fall out after a year or two. They put in the effort and they're like, oh, I'm too tired. When you really barely even put any effort in the first place. It's just,
or they be instant.
Yeah. Yep.
They're like, oh, I'm doing this thing. So it,
you see a lot of people get lucky over social media and like this and that. You hear these stories, and it's not always like that. It's always the 1% that get that quick break or something. I don't want that fame. I don't want that quick break or that quick fame, because how many people do you see get burnt out and they just fade away?
Or it dies out as fast as it came in, know?
Yep. They get fame, success, or this and that, and they don't know how to handle anything, and they can't sustain it afterwards. One like a one-hit wonder type deal with an artist.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. That's why, like TikTok, I'm like,
I started, when I started Dozer, I started pushing a lot of that stuff, and I understand the algorithms. I understand how shit works, and I mean, my page has a lot of following, and I did get a lot of success with it, but like I stopped because when you start realize what you're chasing nothing, because you're never going to be that 1% of people that happens to, or you got to pay your way. So it's finding something, sustainable that you can make money with to keep that going. I want to add to social media, but like I want more purpose now with it. Like I have ideas in my head for certain things I want to use it for, or like even helping others build their platforms. Kind of what I'm doing now with the professional end.
Yep.
I'm not just doing this for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Organic growth over a viral moment. Absolutely 100%.
Consistency. People don't realize consistency.
And that's what I tell people. Like, there are people that say, oh, well, you only go live once a week now. I say, okay. But when I first started, I was going live every day for 3 hours a day. I was putting my face on every day, 7 days a week, 3 hours a day for the first 2 years that I was out. Now I don't have to do that. I can go live once a week and people still come say hi to me, and I don't have to work as hard.
Yep. But you also have more purpose with it though than just trying to sit there and talk about nothing. So like it depends on what you bring into the table, and like if you're trying to get that instant social media fame, forget it. It's not worth it. Like it doesn't do nothing. Some exposure maybe, but
yeah, like I have TikTok, but that's where my trash goes. Like all my trash content, like I can be stupid on there and it's fine. That's where that goes.
Yep.
And then my like professional stuff is like Facebook, Instagram, sometimes Twitter. I don't get Twitter, so I post sometimes.
I don't even
everything else.
Much. People learn how to use your social profiles and just use it though for with what you need to get out. I mean, it's a bonus. Social media is a bonus.
Exactly. 100%.
And it's not even about your followers. Half the time they can't see nothing anyway. So like
exactly, especially on Facebook.
Like it's good for Facebook is really good if you have a business and you want to sponsor stuff out. Facebook's probably the best platform if you need to sponsor an ad for something for your business, the haunt stuff, like best all around. Honestly, Facebook, because it has every interaction. Like it has TikTok stuff, it has Instagram stuff, it has everything combined into one platform. There's no other platform like it right now. I mean, everybody hates Facebook, but at the same time, business-wise, I think it's the best one to have a page on.
Exactly.
Trying to grow and shit like that. But it depends on what your content is. YouTube's long form, Instagram, pictures and quick reels, TikTok, I don't know what the hell TikTok is anymore. It's more of a fun platform. There's no
Yep.
real. It's a bullshit platform.
Yeah, it's so tacos are sandwiches, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with tacos because I had Taco Bell for dinner.
Tacos are the best. We just had a little taco truck open up in our little town, and everybody's been going to it. So I'm like, stop being excited about the new thing so I can go try the street tacos.
Food trucks are the best anywhere. They had them all down in Texas Haunters, and oh my god, they're so good. Prices are always solid, and you get the most bang for your buck.
Exactly. Well, and it's like they're making it right there. It's not sitting in like warmers. Because I can tell you this 100%, con food is ass.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Most of the time, it is not good. It's been sitting in a warmer since like 8 a.m.
Yep. It's all the basic bullshit, hamburgers, hot dogs, and basic nachos. Like, that's why I was happy with Texas Haunters. They had food trucks outside. There was no in-house food anyway because the convention center was in a hotel.
Gotcha.
It wasn't like a ginormous convention center, but 50,000 square foot convention center, but it wasn't like one of the other places where they have 4 different, centers to do stuff in and where they have their own food in-house. But like, keep them food trucks coming. You're helping them make money. They're giving you good food. Win-win.
Right. Well, in some conventions, it depends. Like they'll let you bring in outside food. Some won't.
Yeah.
Most of them, they're like, you need to buy our trash food. And you're like, okay, fine. I should probably eat at some point today.
Yeah. Let me spend $30 for a hot dog, soda, and a bag of chips.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Here in my hometown, well, it's not hometown. I live in a small town, but Omaha is like 30 minutes from here, maybe 20 minutes. But they had the tattoo convention at the largest, whatever it is, like the CHI Center, big, huge ballroom. We couldn't eat food on the floor, like in the convention, which is weird. Most places, especially if you're vending, they let you go get food and go sit back down. So I sent my other half up to go get food because I have a blood sugar, issue. So I'm like, I need to eat. He went and bought 2 hot dogs and they wouldn't let him bring the other one to me. And he's like, can I leave it here so she can come up and get it? And they were like, no.
What?
He's like, so I'm going to have to throw one of these away.
I'd be like, are you going to reimburse me the money?
Like, pretty much.
That's a $12 hot dog, sir. Like,
Oh, yeah. We were both pissed. I was like,
I'd have walked
my happy ass up there.
I'd have walked away and tucked it in my waistband.
He tried that. He did try that. I have to leave that here. He's like,
I'd have just ran. I'd have ran at that point to you with the hot dog and be like, look, she has it. Like, what are you going to do? Seriously?
Fuckers. Yeah, food trucks, 100%. It's the way to go.
Isn't CreepyCon like in where's that, Knoxville? So you're in like touristy area, right?
Sort of. It's smaller
not like Nashville though.
Yeah,
or like Gatlinburg.
Hi, Doug. How's it going? Yeah. Food at conventions equals trash.
So what do you got going on? Do you have any new movies? Are you doing anything fun? You have anything in the works?
Yeah, I have 2 more films for this year. I have one called Clowny, which I'll be Mischief in, obviously. And then I have one called A Hard Place, and it's interesting. I can't talk much about it, but my character is Southern. She's like a Southern badass. It'll be really fun. I've got a really extensive fight scene.
So it's just you're regular person. This isn't.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I'll be like a Southern badass is what he described it as, and I was like, I can do that. That's fine. And then next year I've got a couple contracts in the works, and then one I can talk about, which is the Night of the Dead Sorority Babes, which I'll be myself, obviously, not Mischief.
That'd be fun.
It'll be fun. Cool. Yep. And those are all over the place. I filmed one called The Dead Place in March in Los Angeles with David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown from Terrifier. Mm-hmm. That was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. We got to see the inside of Paramount. We filmed some in there.
That's pretty cool.
It was really fun. Yeah. I was like, I could never live there. I could never drive there. I would not own a vehicle. No. We like our Airbnb was 12 miles, 13 miles from set, and it took an hour and a half.
Oh, hell no.
Hour and a half. I was like, to go 12 miles. We were not going that far.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I will never go out there. I'm good with that.
You have to like plan, an extra hour and a half anywhere you go. If you want to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's five lanes of backed up traffic. No.
I think it's way more than that. It's like eight lanes or 9 lanes, and they're all stopped all the time.
That's stupid. No.
I thought Atlanta traffic was bad.
Overpriced, too many people. No.
Yeah. Well, and everyone there is not nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Nebraska, so everybody's pretty nice.
Yeah.
We'll hold the door open for you at the gas station if we see that you're like, somewhat close to us. We'll hold that door until one of us dies.
We don't have a lot of nice people up here in the Northeast. There are some around, but it's a hit or a miss. I'm not a fan of this where I'm at.
I don't like driving in Massachusetts. That's another on my list of places I don't drive.
And there's not a lot of people up there either, so
they're called massholes for a reason.
Don't come down this way towards New York and New Jersey then. Stay clear away from New York and New Jersey.
Yep, I did a convention in New Jersey 2 years ago, and that, again, was like, people don't use blinkers. They just get over it.
What'd you do, the HorrorCon? Atlantic City? Or
Evil Expo?
Never even heard of that. I know there's New Jersey HorrorCon, and I think there's another
It was in
Camden?
I don't remember where it was at. I'll have to look.
Huh.
It was like a really tiny, it was off of a big city. It was interesting.
A lot of new little stuff popping up here and there.
Yeah. A lot of like random stuff. They're just like, hey, you should come up here. I'm like,
if you're paying me, hey.
Pay me, I'll come up.
Yeah.
Pay for my flight and shit, at least. Flight and a hotel.
I mean, if there's 5 people, I don't care. I'm getting paid to be there. So
exactly. That's why I'm like, it doesn't matter. And then usually I have a vendor booth, so I sell some stuff there. Yeah, just depends. Yes, CreepyCon is downtown Knoxville.
What haunts are you going to this year?
Just woods.
Just woods?
Yep. I might make an appearance at my home haunt, or my ex-home haunt.
The one you started that years ago?
Yep.
Oh, really? You're still cool with that? Like, I mean,
yeah. I just did a photo shoot inside the haunted house last August. Nice. And they were like, you should come do like a guest appearance. And I was like, fine, I will.
It's been years. Sure, I'll come back. When's the last time you actually haunted there?
There? Like 2017 when I started going live.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Damn.
I started going live to promote the haunt like 2 months before season. And then they didn't like how many fans I had by time season started, which makes no sense to me. I think I was at like 10,000 or something at the time. And they were like, they're like, yeah, we're not really cool with the live thing. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it then. I didn't make shit there anyway. I was like,
and now all of a sudden, years later, everybody sees you get a little bit of fame. Everybody's like, hey, come, you want to come?
Yep. They call me every year. They call me every year around the same time, and they're like, "You should come back." And I'm like, "Are you going to pay me a living wage?" No. Yeah. I used to be their costume manager, their effects manager, and I was an effects artist, and then I was their in-house manager, so that I basically would do fire checks every hour or whatever. Make sure everybody's cool. If there's an incident, I'd be the one to go respond. I did all that stuff, and I got paid $20 a night for all of that total.
A little rough.
$60 a weekend. I was like, that's pretty much putting gas in my car, going there and back, and that's like, and buying energy drinks because I lived on like.
So you're in the negative.
Yeah. I lived on like, I can't remember what it's called now. It's in a yellow can.
I always say, I mean, I would love to do this shit for free the rest of my life, but it's just not possible. Like,
it's just not. It's just not.
Some haunts it's okay, and you know I get it, and some haunts don't make a lot, but if you're making, they cut your people out. If they're doing you well, take care of them. Please, actually take care of them.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like I used to do their numbers for the night, so I knew what they were making, what they were pulling in, and I'm like, you know, and you expect a lot of those kids are all volunteer, like 90% are volunteer, and then the ones they're paying are making $20 a night, and you're like,
And I know there's overhead costs and stuff like that, but like, all right.
Yeah, I'm like, we live in Nebraska, and you build all of your own like buildings and stuff. Like they do all of their own stuff, so I'm like,
yeah.
Good try though.
Yeah, greed gets to some people sometimes.
For sure, absolutely. Then that's anywhere, you know.
Yep.
And I love haunting. It's like my favorite thing.
People wonder why nobody stays with them 10, 15 years anymore, or this and that. Well, between bullshit and not getting paid right, there's a lot of multi reasons of we could go into a lot of shit that I'm sure some of us have been through.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got horror stories, you know, all over the place.
Glad I made it out the other side, though. You know, getting into now your own business and your own dealings with it. You know, it's kind of you finally find your path of shit you want to do and make it work.
Absolutely.
You don't realize add value though. Keep on adding value to yourself, and you'll get to where you want to get to in any industry.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just hard work, like consistency. Again, you know. So your people should be able to depend on you being, if you're going to go live and promote your character, once a week, every week, the same time. Helps a ton. And being original helps a ton. And not we're going to go live and stare at the camera and vape a couple times. And, you know, that worked back in 2017, but it doesn't work anymore.
There's got to be purpose. I mean, it's cool doing it, but yeah, it's just not. You don't get the same traction for the same stuff. I mean, look at every year. There's always something that goes viral on some platform.
Yeah,
like it's like the same group of things. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those trending viral things because it just fades away.
Yeah, absolutely. It does.
Best thing you could do is just be yourself because that never fades away.
Exactly. I'm like this without the paint.
People search for their niche. You know what your niche or your niche is? It's you.
Stitches said, laugh my ass off. You cannot tell me that was not 2017 clowns.
The Stitches was one of them. They were one of them that got a big following off it.
Yep.
But I mean, but y'all, you know, people have substance. It's not just, you know, some people just blow up for nothing.
Yeah, we all did it. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? Everybody's attention spans are this big because TikTok is quick. I mean, it's like, I know when I watch TikTok, if anything's over like 15 seconds, I'm like, boop.
But that's the content that's out there. Like YouTube, people watch shit that's an hour long.
Yeah.
So like YouTube's the biggest search engine for anything, which that platform will never go away, and still by far I think it's the best platform for content as a whole, to be honest.
Yeah.
Most thorough platform out there right now, even for creators making money too. Like that platform is the best.
Absolutely.
If I want entertaining content, if I want help on doing something on my car or around the house, literally YouTube has anything you need to figure shit out. You know how many times I've watched it over like over the pandemic, and even just watching how other people do things, studying their video formats of how they structure their videos, to learning how to use camera stuff or camera reviews or reviews for equipment, to know you watch other people fail and succeed at the same time, which in turn saves you a lot of bullshit. So
100%.
I can't push using that and Google enough.
Yeah, I use YouTube, like if I'm editing a photo per se, you know, and I'm like, how do I get rid of this thing or change the background or whatever? Quick YouTube search.
Yep. Within your program that you use, or something that you don't know and you need to step by steps.
Exactly.
Dudes literally just screen capture their screen. Hey, here you go. Helpful.
Exactly. yeah, it's definitely like more of a helpful platform. It's not really like a time waster platform. Like TikTok is a time waster platform. That's when I get on TikTok, is I'm laying in bed and I have nothing else to do, so I'm just gonna.
I can tell you, I think within the last probably this whole year, 7 months right now, I've maybe spent a half hour on TikTok. I haven't opened that platform since I don't even know. I don't even use it. I haven't over the last like year and a half. I've really slowed down because it was draining the shit out of me. There's so much mindless bullshit, and I laugh at a lot of videos and memes, but like it's crazy how quick you can get sucked into the hole and like
and like boom, 2 hours is gone. You're like, what? Where did that go? I don't know.
I waste my time on video games, but at least I'm having fun and interacting with people like my friends when I do that, and not just sitting behind a video screen aimlessly staring at it by myself like a loser.
For sure. I'll have to invite you. We do like game nights sometimes, and we play Jackbox games. If you've ever played those, they're fun. We play one called Trivia Murder Party, where it's like all you have to have is your cell phone, but we can all play together.
Oh, what up, Rotten? What's up, guys? Thanks, dude. He said, love listening to Chris. Super smart and amazing. Man, I'm me, and I just like sharing my experiences with people. Like, I let that shit get to my head at one point with social media, and I was like, I want to be the biggest person. And then I'm like, I don't want none of that shit. I just want to help people do cool stuff and make shit for people.
Exactly.
I appreciate. I always love when people flame me up, but like I hate it at the same time. I'm just a normal guy like anybody else in this world.
Yeah, I had that happen to me like yesterday, and I'm super weird about shit like that too. I like went into somebody's live feed on accident on TikTok, and somebody was like, "Oh my god, it's Mischief! Clown royalty has entered the building." I was like, what?
Yeah, it's just like
never has that ever been a phrase. So like, don't ever say that again. It's like it makes me feel weird on the inside. I don't like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just me.
Yeah, it used to be cool, but I don't know. It's overrated.
It is. I'm like, nope, I'm just me, and I do what I like to do. And
I get anxiety when like 1,000 people try and come up to me or like talk to me, and I'm just, I have shit to do. Can you leave me alone? Like, no offense, I'm not even trying to be rude, but like unless there's like substance or somebody really has something to do, like what are we gonna talk about? I don't know. I'm not special.
Cons make me tired. Cons make me so tired. I'm like, because you're on. For so long, and I do makeup when we do like the tattoo conventions, and those are from like 10 a.m. to midnight, so, and I keep my same face on all day, so by the time I'm home, like I always plan, I'm like, I'm gonna do a live feed. No, I'm not. Don't let me lie to you, I'm not. I'm gonna go straight to my hotel room, wash my face, and pass the fuck out.
I had plans even this past weekend, like we wanted to do more when we were there, like interviews with the booths and stuff like that, but then by the time I start running around, I'm trying to get video of everything going on in different events and try and get as much as I can. And I got to plan a little better next year. But like, it's also the worry of like, I'm not going to get enough or I'm not doing enough because like I'm in that building stage. But then I got to realize like, I'm good. Just slow down, bro. Like you're the only one that's making yourself crazy right now.
Right. You versus brain.
Yeah. Body doesn't want to go. Brain does want to go. And then I hurt at the end of the day. It's like, I need to just start learning that balance of shit again. There you go.
Oh yeah. Like I don't do, at the tattoo conventions, they invite us to the after parties or whatever. And I did it one time and I was like, never again. I don't know how all these like 40, 50-year-old dudes are every weekend traveling with these guys. And they work like a 18-hour day, and then they go out to the after party, and then we're all back there at 9 a.m. the next day.
Can't.
I'm like, I did it one time, and I was like,
if I continued down that path, I would be dead by the time I'm probably 45, 50.
Yeah, I was I'm an old lady. I got to go to bed at like 11 o'clock at the latest.
I'm telling you, something about our generation, like around the 30s in that area, that like we got old souls. Like my soul feels like it's like 50, 60 already.
I have an 89-year-old lady named Edna, and she likes to go to bed early. So
yeah, I mean, I like my fun, but I get one night when I'm at the convention. I may drink when I first get there with a couple, but like it ain't nothing. You don't go all out no more because then it takes you a week to recover.
Legit, I'm like, I can't just bounce back like, oh, here I am tomorrow. Hi. No,
don't work like that.
No way. I'm like, I got to get up an hour and a half usually before a con to put my face on, and then, it's like.
Stitches is right though. It's a professional thing, and you
sure.
can still have fun at an after party and be professional, but a lot of people just take it too far.
Yeah, me too. I'm into like small groups, and when I say small groups, like 2 other people, maybe 3, and that's it.
Yeah, I can't deal with a lot of people either anymore. I hate people, love people, but hate people at the same time.
I call myself an introverted extrovert.
Yeah.
Because I'm an introvert 99% of the time. Like, I don't want to be around people. But then that other 1% is like, I have to because I'm a face. So I have to, when we're at conventions, we have to talk to everybody. And it has to be like nice. And, you don't want anyone to have a bad experience, right? So, like, I'm talking to everybody, and it's like, by the end of the day, I'm like, cool. I don't want to talk to anyone for at least 2 weeks.
No, you get it out of you. I dealt with people, and now it's like I get back to my own peace for a little bit, and then you're like, all right, I'm lonely, I need people. But then it's like, it's good though, because you have purpose when you do those things. So like that fulfills you, and it's like, okay, I gotta go just take care of myself for a little bit and just do what I gotta do, and then you can come back out, and it's how you're able to do it for so long though too.
Right. Yeah. Like, usually I would say around 3 p.m. I am like staring off into space, and my husband's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm just dissociating for a little bit. I'll reconnect here in a little while.
Yeah.
Just resetting.
Brain glitching.
Yeah, I'm just like, where'd you go? I don't know. Went to my safe place. Yeah, you really do need time after to reconnect. For sure. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. You definitely need it.
We call it self-care.
Surprisingly, when I came back from this past convention, I wasn't too bad.
That's good.
It wasn't anything crazy. I wasn't in character much, though. So it was just a very chill, tiring, but not too much, which I loved that it was nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So we've reached shameless self-plug time. So where can they find you? Where do you want them to go?
Y'all can check out my website, dozerent.com. Social medias are down at the bottom there. Or I think my link tree is /dozerent as well. But go to the website, Dozer Entertainment, or dozerent.com. Facebook, I believe, is Dozer and Dozer Entertainment. Instagram is Dozer ENT or Kid Dozer. There's link trees on all the sites. They cross off. You can find it. So,
absolutely. And what's one word of advice you'd like to leave them with?
One word of advice. Just be you. Be you in this world. Try to be a good person.
100%. Like, easy peasy. Yeah. All right.
Life's not complicated, people. It's not complicated. Keep it simple. I would keep it simple, stupid. Best acronym I've ever learned in school. KISS.
There you go. I love it. 100%. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay after.
Hi, creeps.
Don't go anywhere.
Haven't seen creeps
like,
in a
who
while.
Is that?
Yeah.
But thank you for joining me. We'll definitely have to have you back on again at some point.
For sure.
But yeah,
stay
here.
Okay. Stay.
Yeah.